All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel as always. Be sure to hit that subscribe button or that like button. Today's video, I'm pretty excited about this. The other night I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I was just browsing. I wasn't looking for anything, and the things that were popping up on my screen were based off of, recent searches. And I came across something that kind of drew me in, caught my attention. And I was looking at this post. I'm like, oh, I need that. Well, I don't need it. I want that. And I was looking at it, and it was a video game. And it was from a console many years ago, but I remember that game. I love playing that game. You played at the arcade, and I was looking at the price, looking at the details. I'm like, as I was scrolling through that post, the game wasn't being sold separately, even though it was like the main picture of the post. It was being sold with the console, so the price included the console and this video game that I wanted. So I saved the post. I went and looked, on eBay and other places to see how much this video game was. And, the cheapest price that I could find was actually a lot more than what this person was offering for the video game and the console. I'm like, I already have the console, but I guess I could, pay for the console as well, so I could get the game, then I could sell the console, right? So it's like I went ahead and I reached out to the guy because this person lived about an hour and a half away. It wasn't, something I could just go pick up on the porch. And I was making sure that the listing didn't say porch pickup, because sometimes that's what they are, or they'll meet halfway. And I'm like, I don't know if I have time in my schedule to go even meet halfway. So I messaged the guy and said, hey, look, I really want this game. Are you willing to ship it? I'll pay for shipping. And I told him where I lived, and he's like, I got family close by. I could always bring it to you if you, pay me extra. I'm like, heck yeah, sweet, perfect. But then he asked, like, are you interested in anything else? I'm like, what else you got? I was a good salesman right there, because he drew me in. And so he started sending me pictures of some other things that he had. I'm like, oh my gosh, how much for that? How much for that? How much for that? So he started like naming off all these prices, showing me all these pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta have that, gotta have that, gotta have that. I want that. I did say no to a couple things, but I basically said I wanted a lot. I said yes to a lot of things, and so we came up with a price, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And he, we agreed to meet up, or he was going to drop this stuff off to my house one day last week, but then it ended up snowing and the weather was bad, so we rescheduled for today. And he dropped this stuff off earlier this morning, so I think this is pretty awesome. So let me show you what I got. Let me show you what drew me in first. So this is the game I wanted. It was an X-Men game. Of course, it's an X-Men game. I'm a huge X-Men fan, if you could tell. Magneto there. X-Men Children of the Atom for the Sega Saturn. So this is the game I wanted. And as you can see, this is the game I got. Now let me show you all the other stuff I got. One second. So with the X-Men game, I got the console, the Sega Saturn console, which I already have. I have it in a box, and it's on display in my cabinets, behind a whole bunch of stuff. So, I thought I could, either sell this or just use this one, since it's actually accessible, and I can play all my other Sega Saturn games that I got. Got the controller, got all the cords, It came with it, so that's good. So that's the first thing. Now, there's more. The second thing is another awesome Sega collection. And it's the Sega Genesis. The original, not the mini Sega, but the original that you actually put the cartridges in. So I got that with 2 controllers, 2 of these, and a bunch of games. So let me show you some of these games that came with it. We have Sonic the Hedgehog. Awesome game, of course. With the case and the manual. Then we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, another awesome game. Case and the manual. I don't know, just with the cases and the manual, the original manual, that's freaking awesome. Got Sonic 3, another awesome game. No case, no manual. That's okay. Then we have another game here. It's a 6-pack. Has 6 games on it. It has Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, which is a pretty awesome game. Streets of Rage, which I love. Revenge of Shinobi, which is another pretty awesome game. Columns, which is like Tetris. And then Super Hang On, which I have no idea what game that is. Maybe a motorcycle game. I have no idea, but I'll definitely check that out and see what that is. Altered Beast with the case and the manual. And then Animaniacs, which I've never played, but I'm sure it's got to be awesome. Comes with the case and the manual. But that's not it. There's more. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Then we got the Dreamcast, which I already have. It's on display in my cabinet. I don't have the box for it, but there's this controller. And then we have a controller in the box, which is pretty awesome. And then this little guy, the memory card or whatever, that keeps beeping like crazy. I don't even know how to turn the thing off. I have to Google that. And then, I don't know where the game went, but it came with Crazy Taxi, which is a pretty awesome, fun game as well. So there's that. But wait, guess what? There's even more. Let me show you. And all this came with all the power cords and everything. Do you know what this is? Don't worry. I'll show you here in just a second. You're probably thinking these are VHS tapes, right? No, they're not. They're for this guy. The Nintendo Super Famicom, which is the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo. This stuff is in English. I know how to turn it on, eject, and reset. And I know where to put the cartridges. But all these games are in Japanese. So hopefully they're in English as well. I don't know. But let me show you all these games. It came with 3 controllers, by the way. 1, 2, 3. All the power cords. And then a whole bunch of games. And a lot of these games that are in cases, they look like VHS tapes. So this first game here, I have no idea what that says or what that is. I'll have to Google that and figure out what kind of game that is, because I can't read the description. This one I know, SimCity 2000. And all these games, I mean, they come with the manual is freaking awesome. Then there's Prime Goal 2, which looks like some type of soccer game, which could be kind of fun. Then we have Dragon Quest 6, which I probably won't be able to figure out because it's all in Japanese. Then we have Fever something. Looks like a casino type of game. Slot machines, looks like. Super Soccer, another soccer game. I have no idea what that says, but it looks like it's a baseball game because he's got a baseball hat and a baseball. Looks like a baseball game. Then we have Derby Stallion 96. It's a thoroughbred simulation game. Well, I've never seen a horse racing game. It must be big over in Japan. Then we have Dragon Quest number 5. Have no idea what game that is. It could be cool. It might not be. I hope there's some English to it so I can figure it out. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That's pretty awesome. Front Mission. I have no idea what that is, but we'll check it out and see. Oh, then there's Street Fighter 2 non-turbo. I'm excited to test out the Street Fighter games. And oh, this one, Mario Kart. That is awesome. Super Mario Kart. So yeah, there you had it. I went into the grocery store looking for one thing, and I ended up coming out with more than I needed. So just remember that. Just that's amazing. But anyway, that's all my finds or my grabs on Facebook Marketplace. I will definitely be posting videos soon once I get this stuff cleaned out and tested and make sure everything works. I will play some of these games and show you all the goodies. I'll probably need somebody to interpret how to play this game and many of these other Japanese games. But I thought they were pretty awesome. So if you like my stuff, as always, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and as always, until next time,